Hi, everyone. Welcome back. So, today we're going to be doing something a little differently. I decided to do an audio recording instead of, propping up a camera because sometimes I lose the insights that I'm going to talk about when I wait and try to do my makeup and wait for the perfect moment to show up on camera. And instead, I'm deciding to do a voice recording. So, let me know if you like these or, the video. Well, it really doesn't matter because this is what's comfortable for me. Okay. So we're going to be switching it up sometimes over here. So today I want to talk about when you perceive differently, you receive differently. Okay. And this is based on a comment that I received on my TikTok earlier. And someone commented on a video, and I was speaking about how money flows to us effortlessly. Keyword, effortlessly. When we remember ourselves as source, when we remember that we are the source of money, that we are money itself. Okay. And this person, they commented on the way I received the money, and I shared with them how a loved one basically gave me the money, but I didn't ask this loved one for the money. It randomly showed up once I decided that I wanted something, okay? And I just let it go. I went about my day and I received a call someone letting me know, I want to send you this just because, right? And so the person was like, well, what if we don't have support in our lives? You had support. It was automatic that they were going to give it to you. You didn't rely on source. You relied on them. And so what this person doesn't realize is I can sense the identity they are in from their comment. What if I don't have support? Is what they were saying. So the identity they are in is I don't have support. Okay. But first, let's talk about money. You are money. Okay. And once you realize that you are money, you become open to receive money through different channels. Okay. Through infinite channels, not just one, but plenty, a multitude of channels. Okay. So once you realize this, because from the identity of lack, right? Because I've been here before, you guys. From the identity of lack, we often judge how things show up in our reality, especially money, okay? We think money should come when we see money as a separate thing from us. We often depend on the things outside of us to experience money showing up, right? I used to do that as well. I used to depend on other things for money. But once I returned back to my identity as source, once I remembered myself as source and remembered, oh, I am money. I am the source of money. It doesn't come from anything or anyone outside of myself. It is just a reflection of me. Once I returned to that, I loosened the grip. That's what I'll say. I loosened the grip on how money should show up in my life. Okay. And I just focused on identity. I returned to I am the source of money, right? And from there, it started showing up through multiple channels. Okay. So If you are in an identity of lack, then you often judge how money shows up. You have a very tight grip on money, and the tight grip often leads us to being someone who forces money to show up, right? You're depending on the reflection to give you money instead of becoming money, and it emanates from you. Okay? It is your reflection. You are the generator of it all. Okay? So, let's move into the identity of lack, right? When we are living in lack, when we are attached to stories of lack, of what the commenter said, like, what if you don't have support? What this person doesn't realize is that they are in the identity of lack, that they are in the identity of, I'm not supported. I am someone who is not supported. I am someone who doesn't have support. So guess what? Everything they perceive in their reality comes from, I don't have. I am not. I am not the one who is supported. I am not the one who has support. So they perceive everything, including my video, from that state of being. Okay? And reality is also reflecting back to them the lack of support that they have in their life. So they use my video to project the identity on to what I was sharing, right? But here's the thing. Here's what not a lot of people realize. And this is why I say you don't need a technique to manifest. All you need to do is return to I am, return to source, because your identity is at the root of everything. Okay? It's at the root of everything. The experiences you have is based on identity. How you perceive circumstances is based on your identity. Okay? So it is very important to change who you are, change your I am, in order to perceive circumstances differently, in order to experience something differently. Because yes, you can do a technique all day long. And yes, you can also manifest from techniques. Okay. But this is what I've noticed on my journey. And when I talk to others, they say techniques often made me feel burned out. They often made me feel exhausted. And that is because we are focused on doing instead of being. So, if you want to manifest more effortlessly, if you want to manifest money effortlessly, love effortlessly, support effortlessly, it is highly important that you notice who you are being in every moment. What stories are you attaching yourself to? What stories are you attaching yourself to? Are you still attaching yourself to the old identity? Are you feeding into those stories? Are you allowing your awareness to take you on a journey where you don't want to go, right? Or are you being the operant power in your reality and deciding from there, perceiving from there, returning to your I am. Because you are always being. But who are you being? That's the massive question you must ask yourself. Who am I being? And once you realize who you are being, that's when you take your power back and stop giving your power over to circumstances, to other people, to things that's happening in your reality. Because you realize everything emanates from you. Okay, so I don't want to make this too long. We're already at 10 minutes. But I do want to share, if you're someone who wants to learn how to embody more of being source and how to return more to your I am offering a freebie. It's called the Embodiment Codes 1.0. It's an introduction to my live masterclass that I'll be hosting on January 25th. And that one is called the Embodiment Codes Live Immersion. So if you are interested, I'm going to leave that in the description box. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know the goal that you received in this video. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.